you all know how much I love tacos and how much I eat them. I eat them 2 to 3 times a week, sometimes even 4. And so that means I've had plenty of practice and plenty of tasting. So of course I know how to make them the best. And besides, who doesn't love tacos? So you might as well know how to make them right. First, you'll need to gather all your ingredients. And you want to go and buy your hamburger, your refried beans, which I prefer the Rosaritas, I don't know if I say it right, with the spicy jalapenos within them because it just adds an extra kick to them. And then buy your Guerrero tortillas. Guerrero are just, they have a specific taste to them, they just taste better. And then sour cream, you can opt to not use sour cream if you're lactose or if you just don't really care for sour cream. And then you'll need to gather up 2 pans, one a medium saucepan for your refried beans, and another frying pan for your hamburger. Some cheese. I prefer the block cheese and then grate it yourself because I think it tastes fresher when you grate it yourself. And then your favorite salsa, you can use whichever kind you want, homemade, store-bought, whatever fits your appetite. And then whatever toppings you prefer, lettuce, tomatoes. You can put onions if you're not going anywhere soon because you don't want to have bad breath. And you can add avocados or guacamole. So now you're going to prep your taco. So first you want to start by thawing out your hamburger and then put it in a pan and cook it on medium-high heat because you don't want to cook it too fast or you don't want to cook it too slow. And then you're going to put your beans in your saucepan and cook them. And then now you can start, while you're watching your beans and hamburger, you can start prepping your toppings. So I cut the tomato first because I like to, it's easier, so I start with the easiest. And then I grate the cheese. And then you can, once your hamburger is completely browned, you can take out the grease because you don't want greasy tacos. And then add the seasoning, and I prefer Taco Bell seasoning. I prefer it because it tastes the best in my opinion. And after you add the seasoning, just pour it in the meat, and then take a little bit of water and pour it over the seasoning and stir it all together. And now constructing your masterpiece. First, you take your tortilla and you warm it up in the microwave for about 10 to 15 seconds. You don't want to over microwave it because then it gets tough. And then you let it cool just for a few seconds so the sour cream doesn't get melted and watery. And then take a little bit of sour cream and take a knife and spread it on the tortilla. And then add your refried beans. And you can put however many refried beans you want. If you don't like beans very much, you don't have to put as much. But I like beans, so I put a good spoonful. And then you take your hamburger and put in, again, I like hamburgers, so I put in a good serving. And then you put your cheese on next because you want it to melt a little bit from the hamburger, but you don't want it to melt too much. And then I put salsa on next. And then you can add your whatever toppings you want, your tomatoes, lettuce, onions, guacamole, avocados, whichever you prefer. And then the certain thing that changes your taco from being a burrito when you use a soft shell is the way you wrap it. If you don't fold the end of the tortilla in, it's still a taco. But once you fold the ends of the tortillas in, it's a burrito. And that changes the flavor. Just the name of it changes, I swear. So you want to take your tortilla and just roll it. And sometimes I fill mine way too much, so it's a little hard to roll them. And you just roll them up like that. And when you eat tacos, you're probably going to make a mess. And then, that's a great taco. There's no problem too big that a taco like this can't fix.